What's happening, guys? It's Logan Robinson from BucsGameday.com. We're here after day 9 of training camp in Tampa for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hot one had some clouds, but not too bad. I'm here with our staff writer, Caleb Skinner, and over there, our lead editor, River Wells. Gentlemen, first thoughts on today's practice. Nothing too wild, but some interesting things happened throughout that we should probably note on for today.
For sure, no pads today, really. So, after 3 days of hitting, I think we're good with chilling out for a little bit. First thing is that defensive back Tyke Smith went off with a little bit of an ankle injury, but Todd Bowles seemed to imply that it wasn't all that bad. He said he tweaked his ankle a little bit, so probably should be ready to see him maybe sooner than later. Not exactly the obvious situation, more so probably going to come back quicker than that. So that's probably the first big thing. And as far as other injuries go, we had Servaste Dennis out once again. Cameron Johnson wide out, still not practicing, and Chase Edmonds still sidelined.
Yeah, we had some guys that kind of had a veteran day off. We did see, Mike and Chris go through those individual,
Right.
position drills in the beginning of practice. But once that was completed, we didn't see them, return to the field at all, as well as Joe Tryon Shoyrinka. He also was not practicing today, likely to, have that veteran day off, but also try to avoid injury from another one of your edge rushers after what we saw happen to Yaya
Right.
earlier this week. So overall, no pads today. So really could get, just a little bit of work in when it comes to understanding the scheme and what's going on, just kind of running through plays. But Raheem Jarrett looked good, wide receiver. Last season, we saw some sparks from him, and he's looking to crack that rotation. So looking good from him. We got to speak with Payne Durham, Bryce Hall, and Rashad White today. So we'll have some quotes coming for that later as well. So anything from your side, Logan?
I want to jump over to tight end because that seems to be a theme this whole week kind of practices as we head into the weekend.
National Tight Ends Week.
Yeah, Devin Colt, man, former Washington tight end there. Maybe kind of turning some heads a little bit. I think more of showing off his athleticism. Todd Bowles was talking about him after practice as, we've liked what we've seen so far. Now it's about getting the offense down even better, getting the route running a little bit more crispier, looking better. And then, two, making sure his hands are out, extended, trying to catch those balls instead of allowing those footballs to get to your chest. Because when you're a tight end, it's more than likely you have a linebacker, you have a DB coming to hit you.
Right.
You need to have that. You need to have your hands out, make sure you grab that ball and bring it in. So just little things, and we're seeing some a good growth spurt there from Devin Culp and Payne Durham, giving him a lot of love as well.
Absolutely, some growth down the tight end room, which is important. The team is definitely very youth focused. We have Kalen DeLoge coming in playing some first team reps because Servaste Dennis is injured and Lavonte Davis is taking a rest day, so he got a lot more playing time. And it looks like the team likes him. He's playing well. He's getting in the backfield, and Todd Bowles mentioned today that he's got to work on the little things about being a rookie, but otherwise physically talented, probably going to make the team. And it seems like the Buccaneers really like him here, and he's putting in the work.
Caleb, I want to lead you into this. We've seen a lot of penalties, I feel like, throughout this camp so far. And, there's also been some mishaps, too. With Graham Barton, there was another bad snap today on a series. Baker Mayfield did have a successful, a 2-minute offense type of thing where you're starting to probably on the 25, maybe 30, and you don't have much time on the clock there to work with. But then I think it was in the red zone where you had a bad snap there from Graham Barton. There's just some things that they've got to clean up, and I think Todd Bowles is getting kind of tired of it. He mentioned that, we have the pads on now. It's about now bringing consistency and understanding that you cannot be having these mishaps because penalties hurt this team last year, and it could very well do the same thing. You could have all the talent in the world, but these penalties could really be crucially devastating for them in games, definitely if you're in a close one.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about it on Tuesday in our post-game or post-practice recap that we did, that the penalties need to, kind of get sorted out at this point because we are in week 2 of training camp and we're going to be entering week 3 and have about a month until the regular season's here. So these things need to get cleaned up. You expected, the bad snaps every once in a while from Graham Barton. He has played center before in the past, but it wasn't his traditional position. So he's kind of getting acclimated to that, trying to understand the cadence with Baker Mayfield as well and get that, all figured out prior to the start of the season. But having 1 or 2 here and there, not a big deal, especially for a rookie coming in trying to figure things out. But the penalties are the big sticking point here, right? We saw multiple down here when they were going through that 2-minute drill and running through things, and whether it's offsides, false starts, whatever it is, it's going to have to get figured out because those are the little things, right? Those minute details are really is what it can be the difference
Yeah.
between a win and a loss. So figuring out those minute details is going to be very, very important for the Buccaneers. And yeah, like you mentioned, Logan, Coach Bowles does not seem too thrilled with still having to talk about dealing with penalties at this point
There's
in
a
training
lot of
camp.
them. I mean,
Yeah,
there's a lot of
crazy.
penalties.
It's
They're
crazy.
throwing flags out there, but Todd Bowles mentioned he wants the refs to be as particular as they can be, and that's going to help them in the regular season make sure they're all cleaned up. So hopefully that's also something with that as well, but definitely stuff to work on as we go forward in training.
Yep, absolutely. So the guys will have 2 days off. Bowles did mention, though, tomorrow there will be some walkthroughs. So not fully off day, but on their Monday, they'll have a full relaxed day back at home. And then we're back at it next week starting on Tuesday. So make sure you guys are tuned into BucsGameday.com. The fellas here are doing a fantastic job of giving you guys all kinds of content left and right and 5 takeaways after every practice from River. So make sure if you want to go see a written form kind of this, River has you just about an hour or two, actually earlier than that, I should say. I shouldn't say hour or two. It's quick, right?
Much earlier.
My bad, River. It comes out pretty quickly to the practice observations. So BucsGameday.com, and the guys are going to be live next Wednesday on Hear the Cannons at 8 o'clock. So appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next week. Peace.